Hey, what's up guys, it's Kaustubh here, and today guys, as per the title and thumbnail of this video, this is my video about Gcam mod review for the Moto G5G. So this is the Moto G5G right in my hand, and if you see the camera setup, then we get a triple camera setup. The main sensor is a 48 megapixel sensor that we get to see. Above it we have a 8 megapixel ultra wide, and below or besides it we get a 2 megapixel macro. So the macro camera is just useless, like each and every phone has nowadays. It is of no use. So basically it's a dual camera setup. But nonetheless, today guys, we will be installing Gcam on the Moto G5G, and we will click a single picture with the stock Moto camera app and the Gcam mod as well, and we will be doing a side-by-side comparison of both the photos so that we can get understanding or knowledge as to really the Gcam mod makes a significant difference compared to the stock camera app or not. And if you're planning to buy this phone just for the camera, so you guys can also get an idea as to does Gcam mod really significantly makes a difference or not. So do watch the complete video till the end guys, and just like always, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below as well as turn the notifications on so that you don't miss my upcoming videos on the Moto G5G. And with that being said, just like always, let's roll the intro and get the video started. So guys, starting with the camera comparison, on the screen you can see two photos side by side. The photo on the left side is the photo clicked with the stock Moto camera app, and the photo on the right side has been clicked with the Gcam mod. Also you can see that there is a watermark on the stock photo app. So nonetheless, starting the comparison, this is the first photo that you have here, and this was clicked in early in the morning, basically at 7 o'clock. So you can see it is like a daytime and night. It's a mixture of both, but then too the camera has done a really great job. Especially the photo clicked with Gcam looks pretty good. It has exposed everything really well, whereas the Moto's stock camera photo has underexposed a lot of things, at least the shadows in the top of the photo. If you zoom in a bit, you will see that the black sections are completely blacked out, the details are missing. Whereas in the Gcam photo, if you see near the top, like near the tree section, then you can see there are trees and details are well preserved. So for this first photo, I like the photo clicked with the Gcam mod. Going on to the second photo guys, again this was clicked in the morning time here, and if you again notice the shadows, especially the shadows, like shadows in both the photos are equally same. Also the colors are also pretty same, but if you see that the Gcam photo has sort of a gray tint. I don't know how, but basically it gives it a dramatic look, I would say. So the Gcam photo looks slightly better. Other than that, both photos look almost the same. The dynamic range is also really good on the Gcam photo compared to the stock camera photo. So again here I like the photo clicked with the Gcam mod. Going on to the third photo, again guys, this was again clicked in the morning time. So this one also you can see that the dynamic range, especially in the sky, the Gcam photo has done a great job compared to the stock camera photo, but it is very minute difference. So in this one I like the photos clicked with both the apps because they look pretty similar side by side, as you guys can see. Going on to the fourth photo guys, this is a nightscape photo, and it was clicked early in the morning, like at 6:10 in the morning. So in this photo, both the photos were clicked in night side mode, and the photo with the stock camera app looks a lot better, and like I would say it looks a lot better. Like there are a lot of details if you see further down the road, and whereas in the Gcam photo I think it is not that great. Like it is great, but not that up to the mark. Like if you ask me, in first impression, the photo with the stock camera app, Moto's stock camera app, has done a great job here. So I like the photo of the Moto's stock camera app in night sight at least. Going on to the fifth photo guys, this is a photo of a lawn, and this photo is also surprisingly really same. There are very minor differences in the photo. I will not go into that much detail, but in first look, if you ask me, then I like the photo clicked with the Gcam here because just look at it. Like it has some like a dramatic look to it. Like it has that gray tint which I talked about in the first and second photo. So it is still present here, and that makes it looks a lot better in my opinion. And the stock camera photo is also really good, but here I like the photo with Gcam. Going on to the next photo guys, this was clicked in at 7 in the evening, and this was clicked not in night sight, it was clicked in the normal photo mode. But both the cameras have done a great job, and colors look pretty accurate. Everything has been very well exposed. There is not a lot of noise as well in the photos, and overall both the photos look equally good. So I like photos of both the apps. Going on to the seventh photo, guys, here if you notice in the stock camera photo in the sky especially, then it has not done a great job. Like it is looking really weird. Like dynamic range has absolutely failed terribly. But in the Gcam photo, if you see and look at the sky, then by zooming in, then you can see that the sky is really well exposed, and overall all the photo as a whole looks really realistic and really good. But the stock camera has somehow misjudged it, I would say, for the dynamic range in the sky. But nonetheless, again, the photo with Gcam looks really good. Going on to the eighth photo, this is a selfie, and that's me, guys. But you can instantly see that both the photos side by side, that Gcam always clicks mirror photos, so you will have to flip it in editing if you want it. Other than that, both the photos look really good. The Moto's photo clicked with the stock camera app, also the selfie looks really great. As well as the Gcam selfie also looks really great, but the Gcam selfie has a lot of details. If you zoom in, like I can see all the details if you zoom in a bit, and the stock camera photo also has details, but it has smoothened them out quite a bit. So I personally like the selfie clicked with the Gcam as well here. Going on to the ninth photo, guys, this is a photo of the Rubik's Cube, and I always use this photo in all my camera comparisons, just because you guys can get an idea as to how the stock camera exposes all the color and gives it a look, whereas the Gcam how it will expose all the colors and give it a look to the whole photo. So both the photos look really good. The colors look really exact and really realistic in both the apps. So both the photos are absolutely awesome. Going on to the last photo, guys, this is my DSLR on which I'm shooting right now, and in this, if you zoom in near the D5300 branding in the stock photo, then you will see that it has crushed all the shadows and the details have gone missing. Whereas in the Gcam photo, it has also crushed quite a bit, but then too it has managed to preserve that details in that section. You can see the small two buttons if you zoom into the photo. So that's about it for the camera comparison. So guys, as you saw in the camera comparison of the Moto G5G, and from that what I think is that the stock Moto camera is really good. It is not that bad, but sometimes it clicks really inconsistent pictures, is what I think. So it can be fixed with a software update or update to the stock camera app. But nonetheless, if you are looking forward to install Gcam, and if you have the Moto G5G, then definitely go for it and just install more Gcam on it, so that you can click some amazing pictures. And yes, the question is answered that Gcam does really improve the camera quality, or the picture quality I should say, on the Moto G5G. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with Gcam mod again on this one. Like it does improve it sort of, but it does it perfectly, keeps the photo really realistic, keeps it really good looking. And yeah, that's about it. That is my conclusion of this video, is what I would say. So if you are someone who is buying this phone just for photography and you click a lot of photos, then I would highly recommend you guys to install Gcam mod on the Moto G5G. Download links to Gcam mod for the Moto G5G have been given in the description down below, so feel free to check them out. And for an average person who doesn't really care about the camera that much, you will be okay with the stock camera app as well. It is not bad, it is good, but sometimes it does mess up. So yeah, that's about it, and this was my Gcam mod review of the Moto G5G. So guys, if you have liked this video, then please do hit the like button down below, as well as do get subscribed to my channel by pressing that red subscribe button down below again, because a lot of Moto G5G videos are coming to the channel really soon. So make sure you are subscribed. And yeah, that's about it. This is your boy Kaustubh from Tech2Explore signing off. Until then, keep exploring.